welcome back to the series where we are reviving our rental. If you missed the first couple of episodes, make sure you go back and check those out and then come back here because today we are finally starting the garden and I cannot wait. Y'all, I am just trying to grow food and that's what we're gonna do in this video. But first, we need to head to the garden center. So let's go do that, get our supplies, and I'll meet you right back here. Welcome to our newest adventure where through thrifting and real life DIYs, we're going to revive this rental. We did it. It is done. I don't know why I decided to go at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's done. I think I got my workout in for the day because those compost bags are 40 pounds. When I was going to pick it up, I'm like, why is this so heavy? Because like a normal bag of soil is not that heavy. Well, the compost bags are 40 pounds each. So that is done. Now we get to finally start planting it. Got my plant babies all buckled. Now it's time to go home. Okay, so we are back and now it is finally time for the fun part, to plant all the things and get everything in those garden beds. So I will tell you real quick about the planters that I chose. I did find mine off of Marketplace. They are 36 inches long by 18 inches wide, and I have 2 of them. Another reason why I'm just now starting the garden is because this weather has been crazy. First, it was hailing. Making a gardening video, and this is why I haven't started it yet. Shower. Oh my God. Thanks. So last year when we moved into this house, like I mentioned before, I didn't know how long we were going to be here. I still don't know how long we're going to be in this house, which is why I opted for raised garden beds so it didn't destroy the yard. It also makes it really easy to water. So for that reason, last year I just started with grow bags. You do not have to have the most incredible garden setup to start gardening. And that's another thing I just want to mention is it's so easy to get caught up in, especially if you're like me and you just love all things gardening and you just want this gigantic garden, right? But just started with grow bags. I'll link those down below too. Those have been awesome. But I think my biggest issue that I had last year, so we had a very tiny harvest, but we had a harvest and I'm gonna take that as a win. I think my issue was soil. You guys, I know that soil is the most important thing when it comes to gardening, and I guess I overlooked it and I just bought what was cheap, and we're not doing that this time, okay? I got some good soil, I got some earthworm castings to throw in there, I have some compost to throw on top, I have some of my own compost that I've also been doing, and we're gonna hopefully give these plants a really, really, really good place to live. What I'm using is actually from a channel called Regenerative Gardening, and she goes over the procrastinator's gardening plan. I will link her video down below. It's super helpful and you can adapt it to whatever space you have. So for me, if you just saw, it took me forever to figure out how I wanted to orient these planters for the best results, and that took me a hot minute. But we figured it out. We figured it out. So one thing I am going to be putting in the garden bed is this garden bed fabric. It's supposed to, as I'm waving scissors around, it's supposed to prevent weeds, but I'm just using it so that all the soil and all the nutrients and all the stuff doesn't fall through the cracks of my planters. There will still be enough drainage, but I just don't want all the soil to eventually start settling and leaving the garden bed. So I am using this right here for that. So all I'm doing is just rolling this out, and I'm really literally just going to tuck it on the bottom because the soil is going to go on top. It doesn't have to be perfect. There's no need for nails or staples or anything like that. Here's all the seeds that I have. Oh, and I'm also gonna hopefully be planting some beans. These aren't pole beans, so they shouldn't be terribly difficult. We'll see about these. So I'm gonna plant these, some cucumbers like I mentioned. This is just extra mixed flowers. I don't know if I'm gonna plant those here in the garden beds yet or not. The nasturtium, definitely going in there. Cucumbers, zucchinis, and zinnias. I also picked up some already bloomed zinnias just to have some satisfaction when I first plant everything. I wanted to just go ahead and tell you guys what I ended up planting in each planter box. So here, like I said before, are the 2 tomatoes. These are the Sweet 100 tomatoes. I did put 2 of the beans right here, and then I planted 1 nasturtium flower over here. And then in this bed, we have the lavender. I planted 2 cucumber plants back there, and I added 1 more nasturtium over here so that this plant bed also had 1 in it too. And then we have our zinnias over here. I didn't plant any more zinnias. I will probably end up making like a whole other garden bed full of zinnias because I just love them. Or depending on the like how these things start to grow, I might fill in empty spaces with them too. So this is what I ended up planting. Okay guys, we are done. I hope watching this video has brought you guys joy and inspired you guys to start your garden no matter how big or how small. It's starting to get noisy out here and the sun is setting. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.